who says a weeknight dinner can't be absolutely scrumptious?
This quick and easy beef stroganoff with ground beef and mushrooms hits all the right notes.
It's so good, it's guaranteed to become an instant family favorite.
Get ready for some oohs and ahs when this hits the table.
That's right. And then the taste buds.
Yeah, and the
Oh
taste buds.
man, oh man. All right, let's get going. This is easy, it's delicious. I love beef stroganoff. We have a gourmet version, but we're gonna, it's gourmet, but this is really just as good, and it's super easy.
is so
And it's
good.
much more economical. Okay,
Yes.
I've got a large skillet here. I've got like a teaspoon of oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, even olive oil will work. It just kind of helps cooking. So we've got a pound of ground beef. I'm going with 90% lean. You want a little fat that's gonna render because there's flavor there, but you know, we're gonna get rid of most of that grease anyway.
Flo's back here. Flo.
Flo smells meat.
Hi, Flo.
Hi, Flo. So now
smell meat?
we're just gonna let this cook until it's no longer pink. And I've kind of got it here in a flat, you know, it's spread out and sort of flat. Let it cook for a little bit so it gets a little crusty, and then you break it up and then flip it over. That crust, there's really good flavor.
Crusty.
A little
Words
crusty.
to live by.
A little crusty goes a long ways. Okay, so we're gonna cook this till it's no longer pink. Okay, so now this is, like we said, we cook this till it's no longer pink. It's gonna render some grease depending on how fatty your meat is. A little bit is okay. What I've always done is I tilt it to the side, I get a spoon and spoon it into a little bowl. You could also get some paper towels, absorb it that way. But again, you wanna leave some in there. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this meat out.
Okay, you're.
You know what I'm going to do? Go ahead and you get the pasta going.
Okay.
I'm going to hit this with just, I like to
Flo.
build the layers with the seasoning. So I'm doing about a quarter teaspoon of salt over here with the meat before.
Oh, sorry, Flo.
Okay,
Sorry
so
about
now
that.
we're going to, it's okay, everything okay back there?
Yes.
So now it's okay if you got a little bit of these meat particles in there, that's all right, there's flavor. Now what we're going to do.
There's flavor in them particles.
In their meat parts. Okay, so now I've got 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to I gotta turn up my heat a little bit, and we're gonna cook this. Yeah, we got a little meat in there, but that's good, I like it. It's gonna get it kind of crispy and kind of crunchy. So now we've got these are crispy and crunchy. My favorite. It was sort of they were going to call me as a child crispy crunchy. I called me crispy crunchy.
All right.
Anyway, we digress because I'm waiting for my butter to melt. Now I've got 8 ounces of mushrooms. If you're not a mushroom fan, you can leave the mushrooms out, but we think it really adds an incredible amount of flavor. I'm going to go ahead and dump these in because they're fine if they get hot with that melting butter.
So good.
They smell good. And then we've got a medium onion here that we've diced. What I love is nowadays at the stores, for just a few cents more, you can get it, and it's already chopped. It's a lifesaver.
That totally is.
It's over in the produce section.
If I'm doing something, I get it pre-cut.
As much work that you can save yourself. I mean, again, it's going to cost you a little more, but in the long run, if it saves you a little elbow grease, I think it's worth it.
Hey, exactly.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so now we're going to cook this. Like I said, this does not take long, so we're going to, oh, and you got your pasta going over
Yes,
there.
the pasta's getting ready.
So did you tell them how much we used?
Oh, I think it was.
You were over there was chaos going on in Soon.
I forget how many.
So we did about 3 cups of wide, you just dumped it in. So they're wide egg noodles. You can use whatever pasta you like, but egg noodles are common. And we you know, depends on what you like your ratio of noodle to sauce.
Right.
We don't like it to be too over noodly.
Yes,
That's a
and
term.
sometimes when you have leftovers too,
It absorbs the
It
liquid,
absorbs
yeah.
it. So so when you have less noodles, the next day it's just perfect.
It's nice and saucy. It is. So we did about 3 cups, and that's going to be in the range of about 8 ounces. A lot of times those bags you get are around 12 ounces. So you figure you're using about 3/4 of the bag, save the rest, and then you've got it for when you need noodles again. Okay, we're gonna continue to cook. You see how the mushrooms, they absorb that liquid and then they start to release it, and then it all comes together. Okay, so now these have really cooked down. I love to get these almost kind of like the onions almost caramelized and the mushrooms nice and brown. That's been, oh, I don't know, I'd say about 10 minutes. Now we've got
It looks so good.
So good. Just
yeah.
wait. Now we got a cup and a half of just beef broth, whatever you get from whatever you like to get from the store. That's a good quality. Don't worry about breaking the bank. If you want to do homemade, why not? Okay. So now we're just going to stir that till that get, and then the old standard sour cream. I've got a cup of sour cream, and this is what gives it that just delicious creaminess. The wonderful, a lot of times, old school, easy breezy beef stroganoff uses the canned condensed soup, and this forgoes that, and I think the flavor is even better.
It is so good. There's a secret ingredient that you put in there that I just love.
I know, I do too. Okay,
We'll let you know in a second.
it's not going to be that secret much longer. Okay, so now we're going to just continue to cook this until that sour cream just breaks up and mixes in. Now let's season it with some salt. We're going to do, doesn't need a ton. We already seasoned the meat a little bit. We got a teaspoon here. I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon of black pepper.
Okay.
We're going to stir that now. If you want to go ahead and bring that meat on over, let's add the meat back in. There's the beef.
There it is.
Okay, now it's starting to look like beef stroganoff.
It is. Okay. Oh.
You may think, do you need to add any thickener? No, you don't. This is all you need because it'll thicken a little bit as it cooks. Now we're going to add. I did this a little out of order. I was going to do this with the sour cream, but that's okay. Oh, this is a tablespoon.
You're a rebel.
I know what I'm really breaking the rules. That's a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. That's not the secret ingredient, but it is a. Let's just say it adds a nice depth of flavor that is so good. Now, I think what you're talking about as far as flavor enhancer, this is fresh dill.
Dill, yes. It's a big dill.
It's a really big dill, I'll tell you that. that adds huge flavor. And then we got a teaspoon here, smoked paprika. You could, if you don't have smoked, you could do just regular paprika. That look good.
That looks good. When are you ready for those
Go
noodles?
ahead and lift those noodles up.
All right. Watch it flow.
Let's drain those noodles. We're going to just continue to cook this to let those flavors blossom and really just become spectacular, melded together.
Do you not want the noodles yet?
Yeah, go ahead and go ahead and drain them nicely.
Let me get them drained.
And bring those noodles on over.
Okay. Make sure that dog is nowhere around.
She's nowhere around.
Okay.
I'm going to crank the heat up so it's getting nice and
I'm coming this
hot.
way.
Bring it on. Bring them over.
I'm coming that way. Here we go.
Now, obviously, we've got this little pasta pot. If you don't have that, just drain your pasta into a colander and you're good to go. Now, we are going to stir this in. Oh, that's looking so...
Talk about a weeknight winner.
It is a weeknight winner. I love a weeknight winner. We have this frequently, and it is so good. So now... Often. When you say frequently, now we're going to let this cook for, I'd say, just about another 5 minutes because that sauce is going to really thicken up and those noodles are going to soak it up. And then it's time to eat. Easy! Oh, man.
That is my favorite thing.
So we let this go for a little, like 5 minutes, and it's going to thicken up. It also, that sauce thickens a little as it rests.
Come on over.
It's time to serve. Ring that dinner bell.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
good and creamy. Oh. That just look, and the smell is so good.
I can't tell you. A little more.
I know. I know my Loon.
It is dinner time.
It is. It's feeding time.
That's terrible.
Oh,
wow,
boy.
y'all.
That looked good.
Oh.
Now you might as well, if you're gonna really do it right, let's make it look really pretty.
Sorry.
And let's hit it with a little bit of fresh parsley.
There we go.
Of course, you don't have to do this, but you want to impress your family and your loved ones.
Look at that.
So good. Oh. And you saw how easy it was? Okay.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, you can.
I can.
You can in a few minutes. It's piping hot, so blow on it.
Blow on it.
I love the ground beef. You could use cubed beef if you wanted to.
I love a big old piece of steak in there too.
I do too. Ground beef, like
little sirloin. Oh my.
That's just comfort.
Ooh. Ah.
Ooh, see, I told you. You get lots of oohs and ahs.
Oh, it is so good, you guys. Oh, one more little bite. Oh.
Those mushrooms. The beef is wonderful.
That is 100,000% Loon approved.
Yeah.
And more.
I was gonna say, and more.
Everything is so, I mean,
For Thursday night, Tuesday night, Monday night, or Sunday night. It's really, really good, you guys.
Oh, it is a nice Sunday night meal.
It is, it is.
Oh, and Flo wants some.
Flo definitely wants some. All right, bye, you guys.
Bye.
We love you.
Make some stroganoff.
And be happy.
Yeah.